Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ever17, the Out of Infinity. Last time, we met a girl named Mayo, aka Sara. Or I guess Sara, aka Mayo. Since Sara's a real name, Mayo's a nickname, from the best I can gather. And, apparently her and you know each other. Fascinating. Strange she wasn't concerned about it last time, but oh well. Those questions will be answered eventually. I guess that's one of the big points about this game is they really stretch out the answering of questions. But then again, that's what makes the game so fascinating. It's the slowly unveiling of the answer rather than just a blah blah blah, you know, and pretty much everything's solved. So, continuing on, they split up, tried to find, what are they trying to find? A way out? I'm guessing a way out or way to communicate with the outside world, something like that. So, that's where we are. With that, I had finished checking Dritte's stop. It didn't look like there were any hidden corridors to be found or anyone trapped here besides the three of us. Just ain't looked good enough. I wondered how things were above. Maybe it was just like you had said. Maybe there was no point in looking. It was still before our meeting time, but I went back to our rendezvous point in front of the control room. And when I got there, there was a surprise waiting for me.
Yeah.
Yo. That's very strange seeing him. Did they meet in the Lemurian ruins or the carousel before? Times are changing again. Oh, oops. Dang it.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Who are you?
おいおい、忘れちまったのか?
What in the world? I felt like I'd met them before. I was pretty sure of it, but your name is. I couldn't remember it.
いや、自己紹介はまだだったかな。俺は倉成武史。それとこっちが。
The guy named Takashi indicated the girl.
茜ヶ崎空です。
She gave a slight nod. Takashi and Sora. I repeated the words. They both nodded. What are you doing here? Huh? What's going on here?
そんなに驚かなくてもいいでしょ。ついさっきマヨと一緒にツバイトシトックを歩いてたらこの3人に出会って。
So, you're stuck here too, huh?
ええ。
そういうこと。
Wait a sec. Didn't you just say 3 people?
言ったよ。
Hey, give me just a second. I'm gonna check something real quick. Yeah, sorry about that. When I get curious about something, I have to check something out. The guy, Takashi, his voice sounded really familiar, and figured out where I'd heard it from. Back about 2 years ago, I got to watching Digimon in originally Japanese, you know, because I like anime pretty well. I haven't been into it very well in the last year and a half or so, so I was watching all of them, and he's the main character in the 5th season of Digimon, which is really confusing, kinda, but he's the main character, the voice actor. But I do have some fun facts. The voice actor who plays Takashi there has also did voice work in the Japanese dubbing of Baywatch, Power Rangers, Seed of Chucky, and Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Fascinating little grab bag there of dubbing work, I must say. fun facts for you. So yeah, I knew the guy sounded familiar. So, in retrospect, I think when I started watching that Digimon series, I was like, that guy sounds familiar, and it was probably about the time that a bit after I'd played this for the first time. So fascinating. Okay, sorry about that. Moving on.
ほら、あそこにいるでしょ。
I followed the direction of Yu's finger. Someone was standing on the opposite end of the wall along the corridor. I could only make out half of the person's back, but I saw long hair and black clothes, and it left an impression. Who's that?
小町さんのことですか？
ああ、小町つぐみって言ったかな。
Tsugumi. So that was her name. She wore all black. It didn't sound familiar, but still, I feel like I met her somewhere before.
お知り合いですか？
No, it's not that. Probably just my imagination. It's just somehow something.
なんかな、とにかく難しい女の子なんだよ。よくわかんないんだけど、俺らのこと嫌ってるみたいでさ。
He hadn't even begun it, so doesn't like you. I could feel a slight animosity emanating from Tsugumi's back. She didn't have to say anything. There was a definite atmosphere which made approaching her difficult. Maybe I'll go talk to her. Interesting thought after observing it be so difficult to do just that. He's almost as stubborn as Takashi. Just as that thought crossed my mind, Tsugumi shot a glance in our direction. She had piercing eyes and an intimidating gaze. With her glare eating into me, I couldn't take even one step forward. There was no way I could talk with her. What's that all about? Why is she so angry? I haven't done anything to make her hate me. Tsugumi's gaze returned to normal. Cold beads of sweat appeared on my forehead. Oh, that reminds me, where's Sara? Having realized she was around, I glanced around the room. Without my noticing it, Sara had come to stand behind me at some point. What is with his choices? And what's with his choices, really? Either choose to ask or don't ask. Or very strange. Kind of worried how she was talking about being a ninja. She might be practicing that, to kill me later. So I might not have to worry. Huh? What's wrong? I couldn't help but notice the dark look in her eyes. There was nothing left of the ninja attitude that she had departed with. Okay, well, so much for all that thinking. Did something happen? Sara? Sara? Hey! Hey! Hey!
何？
You alright?
平気だよ、全然。どうしてそんなこと聞くの？
Well, you look so depressed.
そんなことないってば。ただ、
Just?
出口見つかんなかったから、ちょっとへこんでただけ。
Is that really all that's bothering you?
うん、それだけ。
Sara's spirit seemed to lift a little. Seeing her smile made me feel a bit relieved.
ともかくここで立ち話をしていても始まりませんから、この制御室で現在のレミューの状況を調べてみましょう。
Sora said this and pointed to the control room right across from us. Encouraged by Sora, we all shuffled into the room.
どう、ソラ、わかりそう？ええ、そうですね。
Sora faced the monitor and held up both hands. Instantly the content of the screen began to change, with a number of windows opening, closing, and searches for data underway. I stared dully at her rapidly moving hands. It looked like Sora was fairly used to handling this computer. Would hope so. For one thing, there weren't any flying chairs or heel stomping. It's normally a good sign that you're under control of the computer. I mean, I haven't smashed a chair into my computer in probably a year now, so it's a good sign. It was completely different from the way you handled things a while ago.
わかりました。
Finally, Sora said this in a matter-of-fact way. Everyone looked in her direction.
皆さん、どうか落ち着いて聞いてください。
Again, I feel very calm. I feel so at peace. There's nothing she can say that can make me feel bad.
慌てたり気を落としたりしないでくださいね。
I'm not feeling depressed at all. Saying this, her computerized face seemed to pale. All eyes were glued to her in silence. Yeah, I know the kid don't know she's a hologram.
これから現在のレミューの状況を表示します。まず1回、エルストボーデンは完全に浸水しました。完全に？はい。隔壁もすべて下ろされ、通路を通行することはできません。
Pretty sure. No, F3 don't do anything.
つまり上に行く道は完全に閉ざされちゃった。
Yeah, it's a good thing because Sarah's going to probably be popping in every now and then.
そういうことです。そしてこれがツバイトシュトックの状況です。上の階、救護室のあるフロアを示しています。こちらはドリッドシュトック。点滅しているのが現在地です。
Okay. Oh, and then click. Okay.
マジかよ。
そんなレミューの半分近くが水没しちゃってるじゃない。
Sora nodded somberly with a pained expression on her face.
このフロアのドライエリアは3つの部分に分かれています。
Dry areas?
完全に浸水していないエリア、人の通行が可能な部分のことです。このマップの中心に表示されているのが現在私たちのいる第8区画です。
Huh? It looks like the map is divided into 2 areas. So where's the third?
実はシステムの不備のせいで詳細なマップ表示ができていませんが、この第8区画の対角線上にある第4区画も健在なのです。しかしそこに行くことはできないの？はい、不可能です。
Why?
2つの区画を結んでいる通路が全て水没してしまったからです。距離にしておよそ100メートル、無呼吸状態で100メートル泳ぎ続けるような能力をお持ちになっている方はこの中にはいらっしゃらないでしょ。故に不可能なのです。それにもしも仮に第4区画までたどり着けたとしても事態が好転するようなことはないと思われます。第4区画もここと同じなのです。浮島へ登るための非常階段は全て完全浸水しています。
つまり行っても無駄ってことだな。
そういうことです。
Unless you're saving a hamster, it'd be wasting time. That is where it was, right? Pretty sure. Everyone went quiet. For a while, we just stared at the LeMU map that was floating in the darkness, and then, excuse me, somebody coughed. Sound effects.
ねえ、思ったんだけどさ。
You opened her mouth silently. Saying, I just thought of something. Isn't opening her mouth silently. I don't think you can open her mouth silently.
レミューには排水ポンプみたいなやつってついてないの？もちろんあります。じゃあそれを使って水没したエリアの水を汲み出せば。それが動かないようなのです。どうして？電気はこうやって生きてるのに。原因は分かりません。エレベーターを含め一部の電子的システムが制御不能に陥っているのです。 各区画の配線断線が影響しているのかもしれませんが、ちなみにレミュー内の生体反応をチェックしてみたところ、ここにいる人たち以外に取り残された人はいないことが分かりました。
The people here, you, Sara, Sora, Sugumi, Takashi, and I, a total of 6 people. Okay, so I am still a little confused. Was it 7 earlier? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Chammy? 6? I can't remember. Was it 7 the last time? And maybe it was counting PP? And but of course the hidden pets made it think. But of course it was fluctuating. I mean, that's understandable, so not answering questions, dang it, game.
それから現在の内部圧は1気圧です。酸素濃度 22%、窒素濃度 75%、ヘリウム濃度 3%、気温24度。
当分の間、私たちが中で過ごしていく分には問題ないってこと？
申し訳ありません。その通りです。皆さんには今しばらくの間、館内でお待ちいただくことになります。
今しばらく？いつまでだ？
救助が来るまでです。救援要請はずっと送り続けています。しかし現在それが届く保証はありません。インゼルヌルへの通信線は非常回線も含め物理的遮断によって使用不能です。また海底ケーブルでのネットワーク接続、音波式水中通話ともに試していますが、通信系の回復のめどはまだ立っていません。
つまり俺たちは水中で迷子。 SOS は誰にも聞こえないというわけだ。
はい。
Sounds bad. The gravity of the situation was descending upon us. There was no reason to be upbeat. Takashi and you let loose with sighs almost simultaneously. Sara and I slumped our shoulders. That reminds me, what happened to Sugumi? She hasn't said anything at all. I looked back. Sugumi was standing in a corner of the room glaring at us. Like before, there was an atmosphere around her that seemed impenetrable. Really, why is she so peeved? A little while later. Oh, so Takashi didn't feel like being in an argumentative mood. Like, I can swim up 100 meters or 100 yards or wait, how did they say? Meters or yards? Which one? What is this game on the metric system or the? Oh, oops. You broke the silence with your energetic pep talk, but nobody responded.
そんな沈み込んだ顔しないでよ。私たちはさ、何も太平洋のど真ん中を漂流してるわけでも、冬の雪山で遭難したわけでもないんだから。
So what?
要するに、私たちはいずれ多分数時間と待たないうちに助けられるでしょってこと。
That's looking on the bright side. It'll probably come.
なんでわかるんですか？だってよーく考えてみ。私たちは何の因果か知らないけれど、こんな狭っ苦しい建物の中に閉じ込められてしまった。おまけに外部へ連絡する手段もないときてる。でもね。
Okay, we're listening because so far your argument has been depressing us more.
連絡だったら私たちがするまでもなく他の誰かがしてくれてるはずじゃない。
Like who? Oh, that's right. I mean like your colleagues or Sarah's classmates or teacher. You gave a big nod as if to say, that's right.
クラナリだって一人で来たわけじゃないんでしょ。
そっか、確かにそれもそうだよな。俺らがここにいるってことは浮島にいる連中もとっくに気づいてるはずなんだ。
そうだから救助隊だか捜索隊だか知らないけど、とにかく誰かがすぐに助けに来てくれると思うの。どう？納得？
Sarah, Sora, Takashi, and I all nodded. Hope returned to everyone's face. Only Tsugumi, only she kept her cold gaze trained on us. We all moved to the conference room together. There was something unnerving about waiting for help in the dimly lit control room, and there weren't that many chairs to start with. I wondered if there was a place in one of the dry areas. Excuse me. I wondered if there were a place in one of the dry areas that everyone could relax. The closest one was the conference room we were at. Hey, Sora, how come you know so much about LeMU? I asked Sora, who was sitting next to me.
私はレミュー開発部のシステムエンジニアをしているのです。
It's a good reason.
一応主任代理ということになっています。
主任代理ね。結構偉いんだ実は。
代理ですし、名目上のことですから大したことはありません。
でもさ、空って地上のゲートにいなかったっけ？入場の時なんか説明してたろ？俺は半分しか聞いてなかったけど。
You only heard half of it. No, he didn't. I made him ignore her joke this time around. Didn't I? Yeah, I made him ignore her joke this time around.
はい、そうです。お気づきになりましたか？ここも人手不足なもので、時々私もあのようなことをしています。
Sora smiled. I wondered what the gate above ground was. I didn't understand what Takashi and Sora were talking about, but for now I knew the reason why Sora knew so much about LeMU.
ってことは、この中にレミューの職員は2人いるってことになるな。
2人？
ユウのことだよ。
私は職員っていうかただのバイトだけど、クラナリは遊びに来たんだよね。
遊び以外の目的でテーマパークに来るやつなんかいないだろ？なあサラ。
私は一応特使だけど。
は？特使？
救命艦の2年生を対象にして行われるイベントのこと。まあほとんどが遊びみたいなもんだけど。
Without thinking, I let out a cry. For some reason, something bothered me. Everybody here, you're not all friends, right?
まさかさっき会ったばっかりだよ。
So then why are you talking Takashi like you're old friends? And Takashi is talking to you guys the same way.
ああ、そっか。お前は知らないんだよな。
I don't know what.
先ほどツバイトシュトックでお会いしたときに軽い自己紹介のようなものをしたのです。
Oh, so that's it.
そうなんだよ。
Still, it seems strange how they are all so friendly for having just met. That's what I thought.
っていうかさ、お前の名前は？
Oh no, don't ask. Huh?
まだ聞いてなかったよな、確か。
暗殺者なんだよ、彼。
あ、
暗殺者？
うん、闇の組織に追われてるんだってさ。
I'm not being hunted.
だから真に受けんなっつうのにわからんやっちゃな。わかりました。私が代わりにご説明いたしましょう。実は彼、 記憶喪失なのです。
記憶
喪失？
You gave them a brief explanation of my situation. She told them how I'd forgotten my name, address, family, and friends. And then I only remembered the date and everything after meeting you. After listening to the explanation, Sora said,
おそらく追走障害の一つ、全般健忘でしょう。全般健忘、全生活史健忘とも言いますが、これは社会的事実についての知識はよく保たれていながら、名前、生い立ち、家族や友人のことなど、自分の全生活史にわたる全てを想起できない状態のことを指します。通常は数日から1、2ヶ月経てば自然に記憶は回復してくるはずです。あるいは催眠療法や電撃療法という手段も考えられなくはないですが。
You know, I'm surprised that they haven't tried to like shock them before. I can't remember if they said that the last time, but electric shock?
安心してください。繰り返しますが、記憶喪失は通常何もしなくても自然に治るものなのです。従いまして今はひとまず。
It's a good thing there wasn't some sort of like prank store in LeMU, because knowing you, she'd probably get like a buzzer and like just you know, touch them every now and then and be like, shh. Remember your name now? Nah, she's a prankster, but she probably wouldn't be that mean.
あまり気にしないこ
Not
と、
to the kid.
深く考えないこと、これが最善の治療方法になります。
ほらね、私の言った通りでしょ。心配しなくても大丈夫なんだってば。
ということらしいぞ。
You say it like it's somebody else's problem.
いや、別にそういう意味で言ったのではなく、記憶ってやつはさ、不思議なもんで、別のことを考えてるときにふわっと蘇ってきたりするもんだろ。例えば芸能人とかで顔はわかるのに名前がどうしても思い出せないときとかな。
Yeah, I wonder if that's just the way it works.
ところで、君はどっから記憶を失ってるの？
How far back?
そういや、俺や空の顔は知ってたよな。
それに、私の名前も覚えてた。
How far? How far back? I searched back in time through the edge of my memory. Was there a point where I could still remember and a point where I had forgotten? Different images floated through my mind as if to provide an answer. That was it. I'd lost my memory when I fell into the pond at the rest area. That had to be it. I couldn't remember anything before that was. So he's saying he can't remember the beginning of the game? And I remembered everything after that. So that tumble into the pond was the line between my memory and non-memory. My consciousness was cut off at that moment. I think it probably happened when I fell in the pond. I announced this to everyone.
池というのは憩いの間の池のことですか？
I think so. So seriously, you don't remember anything in the prologue? So you don't remember Sugumi putting him in the lemur costume or anything like that? I can't remember if he brought that up after he came to or not.
前のことは全然思い出せないの？
ぼんやりとしたイメージみたいなのとか浮かんでこないのか？
住んでたところの景色とか、
好きな女の子のこととか。
ドラマとかだとさ、記憶はないのに指先が覚えてるなんてこともあるよね。
なるほど。筆を持たせた途端、いきなり素人離れした芸術的な絵を描き始めたみたいなやつな。
そうそうそう。だからいろいろと見たり触れたりしてみるっていうのも手かもしれないよ。
そうだな。 じゃあまず何をやらしてみようか。
Sounds like he's the community science fair project. Conversation about me went on around me. My temples are throbbing. My face was distorted with the pain.
ちょっと待った。
ん
Okay, well, it looks like he's fixing to have another episode. So, he shall have this episode in the next episode of my Let's Play. Hope you folks enjoyed, and I shall return in the next one. Farewell.